Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a week where your sleep got worse, your digestion got weird, your skin acted up, your cravings went crazy, and you thought, great, my body's actually falling apart? What if I told you it might all be one problem? I'm going to teach you something I wish all of my patients had learned earlier. Most of the symptoms you're frustrated with aren't random. They're stress patterns. And once you understand them, everything changes. You've probably heard that stress affects your health. Everybody knows that. But most people don't realize just how many symptoms come from the same stress system being overloaded. Today, I'm going to walk you through how stress actually changes your physiology, and more importantly, what you can start doing right now to reset it. So I'm releasing 12 short videos on stress, but this is where we're going deeper. If you've been feeling off and you can't quite figure out why, this might finally make everything click. One of the first places stress shows up is your metabolism. You can be eating clean, working out, doing everything right, and still feel stuck. A lot of people think that means they're failing, but it's actually your body protecting you. When cortisol stays high, blood sugar gets jumpy. That's when cravings hit at night. That's when your body starts storing fat around the midsection, even if calories didn't change. It's not because you lack willpower. It's because your body doesn't feel safe enough to let go. A simple way to start calming this down is to make your first meal higher in protein. It actually stabilizes blood sugar throughout the day and tells your nervous system, it's all right, we're okay. Tension, the neck, the tightness in the back, the feeling like your shoulders are glued to your ears. People always blame posture, but half the time it's stress. When cortisol is elevated, your muscles never fully relax. They stay slightly contracted all day long, like you're bracing for something that's never going to happen. Tight muscles send louder pain signals. So what starts as tension becomes real, stubborn pain. Relax your jaw for a moment, unclench your teeth, and take 10 slow breaths when you feel this happening. That alone will signal your nervous system to lower the volume. Your digestive system is incredibly sensitive to stress, more than people realize. When cortisol goes up, it's spiking, your digestive enzymes actually drop, your stomach tightens, food sits heavier, and bloating shows up faster. It's not random. It's your body shifting into survival mode. If you've been feeling like your gut is off, stress might be the real driver. Before you eat, pause for 3 slow breaths. And then a short walk after meals will boost motility. It helps food kind of move through instead of sitting there. Digestion doesn't come back online until your body feels safe enough to shift out of fight or flight. Speaking of fight or flight, one of the best ways to get out of it is by getting good sleep. If you're exhausted all day but wide awake at night, it may not be insomnia. It could be cortisol blocking melatonin. Cortisol and melatonin can't both be high at the same time. If cortisol is elevated in the evening, you feel wired even though you're tired. Put your phone physically across the room. Just removing the proximity reduces stimulation enough to help your system shift. Once that nighttime cortisol level curves and comes down, sleep becomes better because your melatonin will come up. Better sleep, better skin. Skin is one of the fastest places stress shows up. Inflammation rises. Oil production shifts, flare-ups speed up, acne gets deeper. Eczema can become more reactive. It's not that your skincare isn't working, it's that your stress hormones are louder than your products. Hydrate earlier in the day instead of catching up later. Dehydration also increases cortisol and makes flare-ups more reactive. This next one surprises people. Cortisol actually steals from other hormones. Progesterone, testosterone can both drop when cortisol is high. Cycles get irregular, libido goes down. Small stressors suddenly feel big. Your hormones aren't broken. They're responding to a louder signal. Eating enough fat like avocado, olive oil, nuts, these can support hormone balance when stress is high. Have you ever gotten sick right after a stressful week or after exams? It's not random timing. When cortisol stays elevated, your immune system is basically running in low power mode. The moment you stop and rest, your body finally has room to respond, and then you crash. Increasing vitamin C and hydration on high stress days because you're using more than usual. You're also using more energy when you're stressed out, causing you to burn through it faster than you can possibly rebuild it. If you're starting to feel run down. You're not lazy, you're running on fumes. So in addition to hydration, add electrolytes first thing in the morning. This lowers cortisol spikes and prevents afternoon crashes. Racing thoughts? That's cortisol and adrenaline revving up your brain. Your mind thinks something's wrong, even when nothing is happening. When those stress hormones rise, the alert centers of the brain switch on and your thoughts start moving faster. Your brain is basically scanning for problems, even if you're lying in bed or sitting quietly. That's why small worries suddenly feel big and your mind keeps jumping from one thought to the next. Ground yourself. Place both feet on the floor and name 3 things, just 3 things that you see in the room. It actually pulls your nervous system out of future fear and back into the present. Stress also tightens your jaw, your neck, your scalp, all of which tug on the nerves that trigger headaches. That tension pulls on the muscles around the temples and the base of the skull. And over time, it can create that dull pressure or throbbing feeling many people recognize as stress headaches. From the jaw and neck down to the heart, stress can also cause fast heartbeats, tightness, jittery energy, blood pressure spikes. That's stress chemistry leaking into your cardiovascular system. Cut caffeine earlier on high stress days. Your heart will thank you for it. When stress builds up too long, emotions hit harder too. Small things feel big. Reactions come quicker. You cry easier or shut down faster. Again, not personality, physiology. Something that might help: do a 2-minute brain dump before bed. Write out what's weighing on you. Your brain doesn't loop all night after you do that. If you've been dealing with digestive issues, weight changes, sleep problems, skin flare-ups, hormone imbalance, energy, mood, it might not be 12 different things. It might be under one system, which is your stress cortisol system. Your body isn't malfunctioning. It's actually trying to protect you. And when you start supporting your nervous system, everything shifts. If you want help lowering cortisol naturally, grab my free stress reset guide below. Thanks for watching.